Today is June 11, 2021. My name is Charles Suter. Today I'm presenting a new series titled Win with Discipline. My main message, self-discipline is a force multiplier. Discipline and willpower are often considered to be similar concepts for overcoming the subconscious mind's unwillingness to do something they'd rather not do, even if the rewards seem worth the effort. Even if the expected outcome of the work is something of value, if the inputs required are laborious or difficult, then there's a natural tendency to avoid or to procrastinate. The human brain body is lazy by nature and is always seeking the path of least resistance. To overcome the natural tendency to avoid hard work, even to gain valuable rewards, one must develop the habit of discipline to do what needs to be done when it needs to be done. This presentation is focused on building or strengthening personal discipline so as to get work done quickly, timely, and smoothly. Proposition 1. Here's my definition of discipline. It's knowing the right thing to do and then doing it. Most people know what they should be doing, but most simply don't do it. Thinking about doing, but without the doing, is just another form of procrastination. Now here's the human problem. Human willpower is limited, and too many people have low discipline. This is what limits your life. Humans are endowed with limited willpower. Now this is a given, this is a proven fact. Sooner or later, the conscious mind runs out of willpower to continue fighting against the natural urge to satisfy previously conditioned needs such as cravings, pleasures, or other highly addictive habits. Humans are also wired to avoid work if at all possible, to find the easy way out or to take the path of least resistance. Every living entity has a drive to conserve energy. Discipline goes against all these human tendencies that are resistant to do work with limited gains. The root cause of a lack of discipline is the order in which rewards are received. Typically, rewards are earned afterwards or later. And up front, they have to do something they'd rather not do to get those rewards. A price must be paid up front to receive a payback sometime later, if at all. Many rewards are speculative, meaning they may never arrive. When people exercise for their health or longevity, for example, they may never know if the sacrifice was worth it. Proposition 2. Discipline is a conditioned habit, and anyone can develop it. That means you. Discipline is a matter of degree, ranging from low to high. So everyone has some degree of discipline. It just may not be high enough to live a satisfying life. Discipline allows a person to pursue their overt opportunities and to solve problems quicker. Discipline is a worthy habit to develop and promotes a higher well-being. Discipline is not an all or nothing proposition. Discipline ranges from the extremes of too little to too much. Yes, some people are too ascetic, denying themselves pleasures both today and tomorrow, or working overzealously for some fetish reason. You will know if you need more discipline if you procrastinate too often, too much, fantasize about future goals and never get acted upon, or you're living at a less than level of existence. If you frequently suffer from bouts of melancholy, listlessness, or frustration, it could be due to a simple lack of discipline to take action when action needs to be taken. To take better care of yourself, take a pledge to begin building your personal level of discipline today. Proposition 3. Discipline can be learned by practicing good mental habits. Discipline is supported by high self-esteem, which is basically self-confidence plus a sense of self-worth. Use your limited willpower to master easy challenges, to condition positive habits. Repeat these positive mental habits until they become habitual, they become natural, automatic. Discipline can be learned, developed through mental and physical conditioning, and as painlessly as you want. Learning discipline is no different than learning any other human trait or habit. One must practice both mentally with autosuggestion and mental images, and also physically with practice in starting small goals and then gradually working up to bigger challenges. You can begin by picking one area of your life that needs some improvement, some new habit that is not overly onerous, that will deliver some immediate and noticeable gain as the first extension of your attempt to stretch your discipline. After selecting one small area of your life to improve, for example, keeping your room straightened, the process for developing discipline would be the following. Step number 1, develop an acceptable scope for your goal and be able to visualize it in your mind's eye. Step 2, develop a positive affirmation or affirmations to repeat to yourself by applying them through autosuggestion, and begin immediately pre-programming your subconscious mind with that particular aspiration, keeping your room clean. Step number 3, continue to repeat step number 2 until the Spirit moves you to take the first action step towards this goal. You don't have to force yourself. When you're ready, you will move. Step number 3, once you've moved to the point of fully completing a desired habit for the first time, imprint upon your mind the self-satisfaction and pleasure you are experiencing in having achieved your desired end state. And step number 5, from thereafter, all you need to do to finish conditioning this new habit is to repeat both the autosuggestion and the image of the achieved goal that had been previously imprinted from your first completed success. Do this periodically throughout the day, every day for 30 days. And then finally, 6, just do what your subconscious mind urges you to do. The drive to continue to keep your room straight will be natural, without any resistance. By this time, you'll have programmed new neurological networks in your brain body that will automatically induce this inclination to keep your room straightened without any mental effort directed by your conscious mind. Now you have discipline. These habits will continue without too much conscious thought and no resistance against doing the work involved. Then you'll have developed the discipline to do something that will add to your well-being and life satisfaction without resistance from any counteracting, lazy impulse to avoid extra work. My final message: discipline is developed progressively and incrementally over time. Willpower for everyone is limited, but discipline can vary considerably from person to person, depending on how his or her values, choices, commitments, and subconscious conditioning are preset. The better a person develops new habits that supports discipline for doing what needs to be done, or anything you consider is important to live a satisfying life, you can train yourself to do automatically, without resistance, from the natural human tendency to avoid work and pain. This is the beginning point of developing discipline. That's all for now. Remember to stay positive. You'll be happier, healthier, and you'll live longer.